Right, so today what I'm going to do is talk about 10 films that I've watched fairly recently, within the last week or so. We got some physical media, we got some cinema trips, and one of those films is up there as one of the best films of the year so far. So, yeah, let's just get into these 10 films. Hi all, and welcome back to the channel. So, like I was saying, I'm going to run through 10 films, all spoiler free, so if you haven't seen them, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone. Going to run through a quick plot on all of them, so I'm not going to drag this out for too long so no one gets bored, including myself. All right, so let's just dive into the first film, and it is from 2021, and it is Mortal Kombat. So here we've got Cole Young, focuses on Cole Young at the start, MMA fighter, and he's got this dragon symbol on his chest. And we have Sub-Zero from the Outworld who comes down to try and take him out. And we have Jax who tries to protect him at the start. And basically what happens here, without getting too much into depth, is Cole, he teams up with the good guys basically. So Jax, Sonya Blade, Liu Kang. So he teams up with all of them, and they try and help him find his inner powers so they can defeat the Outworld team for the universe, I guess. Let me know if I'm getting that right, but I think that's what it is. So overall, I quite enjoy. I thought it was okay. I did enjoy bits of it. I mean, my favourite two playing the game back in the day was Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So I enjoyed the film with them two in this as well. I enjoyed. But yeah, like I say, overall, I didn't mind this one. It was okay. But yeah, let me know if you've seen this one and what you think. But yeah, that's the first one, and it's Mortal Kombat. Next up, from 1996, we have got Jet Li in Black Mask. Now here, we've got Jet Li's character of the Black Mask. He's basically a created modified super soldier, and what happens, he fakes his death and he wants to live a normal life. So he ends up working in a library. He ends up working, making friends, and sort of carrying on as, you know, an everyday person, if you like, where his former teammates of super soldiers, they all go rogue, and he has to basically suit up and try and stop them. And that's basically the premise of this film. I mean, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I did not like this at all. I like most of Jet Li's films. To be fair, I can't think of many I didn't like out of all of the films he's done, but this one, it just wasn't for me. It's got that gritty look to it as well. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but this film just didn't do it for me. I mean, the martial arts in it is fun, it's good, but the film itself, I just didn't get on with this one at all. But let me know if you've seen this one and what you think of it. I think, as far as I'm aware, a lot of people do like this film, Black Mask, but I'll be honest, I'd not really heard of this until fairly recently, and I thought I'd give it a go. But yeah, not one for me, this one, so this will probably go in the pile of giveaways when I end up doing it down the line. So there we go. Give me your thoughts on Black Mask. Alright, so next up, and this is from 1993, and it is my favourite actor, Sly, and it is Demolition Man. Now, I saw this when it came out of the cinema with Big Man, had a fun time with this at the time, and I've seen it, I don't know how many times I've seen it since, but lost count. Needs no introduction really. I mean, Sly, John Spartan, Wesley Snipes as Simon Phoenix, both frozen in time to go into the future to battle it out in the future. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone seems to love this film. I'm the same. Sandra Bullock is great in here as well. And yeah, it's funny, great action. and Sly and Snipes are both great in this one. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more I need to say to that, apart from, does anyone actually know what the 3 seashells do? Did anyone actually figure it out, or does everyone got their own mind of how they work? I mean, I've got a thinking of how it works, but I don't think it was ever explained that I'm aware of anyways. But there you go, I'm rambling now about the 3 seashells. But yeah, there we go, Demolition Man, up there as one of my faves. Next up, from 1997, another classic film, in my opinion. I think it's mutual within the community that have seen this film, and it is Breakdown. Kurt Russell, who plays a character called Jeffrey, his wife Amy, and they are travelling to California to start a new life. Car breaks down and they're kind of stranded in the middle of nowhere. This trucker comes along and offers to help out, and Kurt Russell's character Jeffrey decides to stay by the car. This trucker, nice guy that he is, says he'll help out, takes the wife, and he says he'll take her to the nearest diner so they can get help. So does that, he stays with the car, eventually figures out what's wrong with it, he fixes it, ends up at that diner, and she's not there. Amy's not there. He asks around in the diner, but everyone's a bit weird in there. No one seems to know anything, and we go from there. And he's on a hunt basically to find out what happened to his wife, where she ended up. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, not going to dive too much more into it, but it's a definite must watch if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments, but I think most of you out there that have seen it seem to like this one, and I'm with you. Love this film, great film. But yeah, that is Breakdown. Right, so next up we go to 2010, and this was a first time watch for me, this film. A lot of people seem to talk about it in the community, and especially when I did my sort of what did I do? I went through films where people get infected, Contagion, film Outbreak, films like that. And this one I'd never seen, come up in a few of the comments, so I thought I'd watch it, and it is The Crazies. Like I said, first time watch for me. Now here we're in a small town of Iowa, and basically it's a friendly town. People seem to know everyone in there, and what we have here is this toxin that goes through the water, and it makes people infected into some crazy killers, I guess is a way to put it. Yeah, they're just like mad killers they end up being. Yeah, that's why I guess that's why it's called The Crazies. They're all nutcases once they get infected. And what does it say? Insanity is infectious. You'll be crazy to miss it. I had a lot of fun with this one. So basically, yeah, when they get infected, you got the sheriff and the little group of survivors, and they got to try and get away from the infected, kill the infected, and whilst you've got the military in town who's got these strict guidelines as well, and they're trying to obviously stay away from them as well. But overall, really good film, had fun with this one, and yeah, this is staying in my collection. I enjoyed this one. So yeah, The Crazies, let me know what you thought of this one, but for me, yeah, didn't mind this one at all. Okay, so next up, and this is from 2010, and it is Ryan Reynolds in Buried. He plays a character called Paul Conroy, sorry. He plays, and he wakes up, he's a truck driver in Iraq, and he wakes up in this coffin, and all he's got is a lighter and a phone. That's it. I mean, this whole film takes place in this coffin. This whole film, his captors basically wants a ransom, 5 million, then they change it to 1 million, and he has to call the right people to help him basically and try and get to him and find out where he is. And it's a race against time basically, because he hasn't got a lot of oxygen as well, and his phone, I mean, there's only so much battery life in his phone as well. I mean, I'd seen this before, but I'll be honest, I did forget about it. Watching it again, yeah, it's not great. I'll be honest. I watched it all the way through, but I wouldn't watch it again. It was just, yeah, it's just not for me anymore, this film. I'm trying to think if I enjoyed it back in the day. I can't remember now, but I definitely didn't have fun with it or enjoy it now. But that's Buried. But let me know what you thought of this one, if you like it or you don't like it, or if you've seen it. But yeah, let me know. But for me, not for me, and that is Buried. Okay, so next up, so these are my cinema ones from now on now, and it is obviously from this year, and it is Mortal Kombat 2. Now, this film here is more based on the tournament itself, like the game. So you've got the Outworld against the Earth Realm. And we kind of follow the Earth Realm characters again. The one from the first one, he's kind of more of a back character now, and we follow the story of Katana really in this one, and her fight with Shao Kahn. So they've got their own storyline going on, and then you've got the tournament fighters. So you've got a newcomer in Johnny Cage now, who's pretty funny, and you've got returning characters as well, which I'm not going to go into detail if you haven't seen the film. But you've got the cast from the first one. So Jax is in it again, and Sonya Blade, Liu Kang. So you've got returning ones from there, and you've got others which I won't mention as well if you haven't seen it. So yeah, they get together and they have one-on-ones with each other in this tournament. Now, the story here is that the Outworld have won 9 tournaments in a row, and they need to win one more to be immortal, or if I'm getting that right, to be the one once they get to 10. So the Earth Realm have to stop them winning this next one. Overall, again, this one was okay as well. I enjoyed bits of this one. I enjoyed bits of the first one, but there was bits I wasn't a fan of the Katana story in this one. That storyline I didn't really care too much about. I liked everything with Johnny Cage. I thought that was funny, his storyline and that. So yeah, I mean, overall it was okay. I want to watch it again to give it a second glance as well. But yeah, okay. I think I'd put it on the okay. Do I think it was better than the first one? I'll probably put them on par. I think, like I say, there was bits of the first one I like more than the second, and there was bits of the second I like more than the first. So all in all, I'd probably put them as one. But yeah, have you seen Mortal Kombat 2? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so my next cinema outing was Passenger, again this year. So again, no spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone. So we basically follow a couple here who sell their place to live in a camper van, and they just go around living the camper van lifestyle they live in. And they come across this car which looks like it's been broken down, it's crashed. They see someone in there, and your instincts take over. You get out and you go to help. And as they do that, she sees something which she wasn't too sure about. In the end, basically what happens here is this entity now follows them around. So the entity that was with the previous car is now following them and with them, and they have to figure out how to, why, how to get rid of it, how to destroy it, and the story goes from there. This was okay as well. I did watch some reviews after I watched it. I'd never watch reviews before I go and watch a film, so I watched it after. And I don't think many people like this film. I think everyone's saying it's the same old, with demonic possession coming in, and, and how you get rid of it. I mean, I thought it was okay. I don't know. I thought about it. It's like, would I watch it again? I probably would give it another go. I mean, when I left the cinema, I said it was a one and done. But thinking about it after, I was like, I'd probably give this another watch down the line. Like I said, it wasn't a bad film, but it wasn't a good film. It's just that in the middle of the road, easy watch film. But yeah, there you go. That's Passenger. Let me know if you've seen it and what you thought of this one. So next up, we have got a film called Backrooms. Now here we follow a character called Clark, and he works at a furniture store. And he's got some problems. He had some problems with his wife, and he goes to see a therapist, and she tries to help him out, you know, find out what's going on in his head. And he seems to sleep at the store, at his furniture store, and he comes across a hidden room downstairs which takes him through to the back rooms. Once he finds out about this back room, or back rooms, he enters, and he kind of guides his way through to try and figure out, you know, what's going on in there. And he starts drawing, like he thinks he's figured it out, and drawing all the rooms and everything. The film goes from there, basically. I'm not going to dive into like what happens when he goes in there. Overall, I watched the reviews after I watched the film, and it's got a lot of positive reviews. So I'm giving you just my personal opinion. I didn't like it. It just wasn't for me. I know the director's new. He's from the YouTube world, so fair play to him for doing this. And I think a lot of people do like this. It's just not for me. I just didn't like what went on in the back rooms, really. It was just random. I wouldn't watch it again. This is one film I wouldn't watch again. I went with my boy and his friend, and my boy he wasn't a fan either, but he said he would watch the next one if they made another one. And Sienna, I think she said it was random, but again, I can't remember if she said it was okay or not. But yeah, overall, I think the three of us, no one came out of there saying they really enjoyed it. But that's just our opinions. But give me yours if you've seen it. Are you going to watch it? What do you think of it? But yeah, that is Backrooms. Okay, so last up, we have got the film Obsession. Now we followed basically a group of 4 friends here. One of them's called Bear, and he has strong feelings for this girl called Nikki. Now she's a long-standing friend of his, so they've known each other a while. He's got feelings for her, but never shared them, and he's always too scared to share his feelings when he's had the opportunity, or friends get in the way. There's always something. Either his mate is in the way when he's about to say something, or when they're alone, he doesn't have the courage to say what he feels. So eventually what happens, he comes across this, he buys this One Wish willow, and he makes a wish, which is he wants Nikki to love him, not her. He wants her to love him more than anything in the world. And you know, I'm not going to say no more than that. The film goes from there. Nikki her character is next level great in this. She goes through so many different emotions, and I felt it in the cinema, and the people around me in the cinema all had, you know, all felt. You can feel it. You can just feel it. But I went with my bro. He really enjoyed it, and he doesn't even watch a lot of horror stuff. So overall, what a great film. I mean, Obsession, I'll say it now, this is so far one of my favourite films of 26. It's right up there as one of my favourites. But yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it. So, but if you have seen it, let me know what you thought of it. I think it's got nothing but praise from reviews. I don't watch loads of reviews, but the reviews I have seen, most people that I've watched thought it was a good film. But definitely one I'd recommend. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you haven't seen it, which is what I've already said. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments what you think. Alright, but that's it. That is 10 films, some good, some bad, some okay, which is what you're going to get, isn't it? You're not going to like everything you watch. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of rewatches as well that I ain't seen, a few first time watches which I really enjoyed, like Crazies, I had fun with that, like some of the old school ones which I loved, Demolition Man Breakdown, and the cinema watchings, which was varied. But share all your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think of these films, if you're going to watch any of them, and yeah, like, comment and subscribe. Always enjoy the feedback and the interaction with you all. I enjoy that as much as myself doing these videos. Alright, enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll be back again at the weekend. I've got something lined up at the weekend again, not an out and about. I've got an actual sort of sit down, have a chat with you on a topic for this weekend. So I'll catch you all again Saturday. Alright, take care. Like I said, enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you all Saturday. Take care. Bye.